Lions 49ers, just quickly. I mean, we've got plenty of time to do this as well, but it is interesting to me that the Lions, nobody's expected them to do much this year, and I'm not even sure why they do get a free pass. I mean, they are an NFL, a professional football team, and here we are. Maybe it's because we're so beaten down as Lions fans. We're like, oh, just play hard. Just build this year. Build on this year for us. Work towards something. We don't care if you win or lose.
They don't have anybody.
We know you're trying to get good.
But they don't have anybody.
Silly. Silly.
They don't have anybody. Like, if they had somebody like they have in the past, like, at least you have Stafford. You know, at least you have a couple guys on defense, you know. And let's say, you know, even after Calvin left, you had Golden Tate. You know, you had Marvin Jr. You know, when you had guys, then the expectations are different. It's like, we want you to win the division. When you have Stafford, division or bust every year. This year you have a guy that the Los Angeles Rams are very excited to get rid of. You have nobody that you know on offense or defense. Like, a team that didn't play together fully in the preseason. Like, there's no chemistry there, at least that we've seen as spectators. So I don't think it's giving them a pass. I think just being honest, like, y'all, you don't look at.
So Jared Goff had some interesting things to say today. He's basically like, we don't care what you guys think about us. You know, we'll cut out all the noise. Alex, do we have that cut? Yeah, here it is.
You know, I've answered this question I don't know how many times since I've been here. We don't care. I don't want to swear here, but we don't care. We don't give anything about what anyone says. It's the internal expectations that we've always had, and those will remain the same. Obviously, there's been a lack of success around here for a long time. We hope to change that. We hope to change that quickly. You know, it doesn't happen overnight, but every day is a new day to get better and keep doing the right things. You know, eventually the tide will change. But no, we don't listen to it. It is out there, sure, but internally our expectations are just the same as everyone else.
I do love it.
Blah, blah, blah. If he would have cursed, I would have believed him more.
Yeah, and again, you probably have a quarterback that's not a rah-rah guy or somebody that's going to go crazy, but at the same time, he did acknowledge that he understands that this place has not had a lot of success. And I don't know what I was doing when I initially heard that, but I just came out, you know, I heard the first part where, you know, he says, well, we don't care what anybody's saying, yada, 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 and then I kind of tuned him out. But as you listen deeper, and he does acknowledge the lack of success this franchise has and understands why so many people just don't expect anything from this franchise, especially this year. You know, what's he going to say?
At the end of the day, it's still, it's too vague. You know, we don't care about the outside people. We understand that we understand that the Lions franchise has struggled in the past to win games, haven't won a division championship, haven't gotten a win in the playoff. You know, he said that, but you know, when he was, you know, he's going off on his tangent and talk about the internal expectations. That's vague. What are the internal expectations? Like, we're giving you external expectations, and what we see is, like I said, no chemistry, no wide receivers. DeAndre Swift, we don't know if you're getting, you know, like the long story or getting ran around in circles with Dan Campbell and what's going on with DeAndre Swift. Like, our expectations for you is to try to play the level, the identity that Dan Campbell, which is tough, disciplined football. Like, that's our expectation of you. If that, you should be on par with that. You should be looking at the same thing we're saying, you know, we just want to play, you know, tough, disciplined football. Like, we want to play the best we can, make as few mistakes or mental errors that we can, play some good football, like, you know, get better, do the little things. Like, that's, like, don't give me the vague stuff. You know, we just have internal expectations. It's too vague.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, but
he doesn't have to predict a season.
What is he trying to say, Maz? We're going to win the day. I think it's fine.
I think this is a guy that's coming from L.A. They went to a Super Bowl 2 years ago. He has been discarded by this boy wonder, Sean McVay. He comes here to Detroit. I remember when he came here, I think there was a story, he was walking around in Birmingham. He had a security guy with him walking around. He didn't know what to expect when he came here. Obviously, being in Birmingham, you could, if you're walking in Birmingham, Royal Oak, anywhere else that he's been in this area, he's going to look and say, oh, wow, this place is pretty darn nice. After all, it's not L.A., but it's damn nice. I just think he's sick and tired of being dissed. I feel that he's coming in here with a huge chip on his shoulder. It's unfortunate that he's working with such a skeleton crew? I mean, have you seen the depth chart and the wide receivers? We have the depth chart. Alex, put that depth chart up. I want you
You know
to
what's
look.
okay?
Go ahead.
I was going to say if we could take a break and do this right afterwards.
absolutely.
Yeah, let's do
You're
that
the boss.
next. So here's the depth chart. We'll put it back up for you. I want to take a break.
I love that. Easy like Sunday morning. Little Commodores
like
action
Sunday
right
morning.
there, man.
Let's
like Commodores.
Love it. Let's throw that depth chart back up, Maz. You were saying.
Just take a look at
here
this
it
thing.
is.
I mean, look at your wide receivers. Go ahead and just read the wide receiver lines.
Tyrell Williams.
Who's he backed up
Khalif
by?
Raymond. That's
like
who you
it.
got.
It's like the eye exam.
Now look at the backups, the second team on those.
number one.
Well,
or
you
number
got
two?
Trinity Benson.
Right, he's the newly acquired guy from
Quintez
Denver.
Cephas, Amon St. Brown,
the new rookie.
Tom
Cephas is
Kennedy.
from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Wisconsin guy.
Amon St. Brown, like third team. I mean, is that concerning for you a little bit?
Well,
yes.
he's a rook.
But I mean,
Yeah, but there's nobody there. Like,
yeah,
he's a rookie.
This
but
is week one, though. You know,
Yeah.
anybody could move up here on
sure.
this chart.
And move down.
I feel I feel like we've seen like a rotating door of wide receivers, and I don't think he hasn't moved up.
I mean,
like in the,
a 38-year-old Braylon Edwards might
I'm
be.
telling you. So put yourself in Jared Goff's shoes right now. I mean,
I don't want that
I
job.
kind of feel for him. I do.
I want him to succeed, Braylon, but at
Yeah.
the same time, like if you look at this rebuild, so to speak,
Ugh.
I mean, look, the only way to win in the National Football League is if you have
everybody
a
forfeits.
is if you have a quarterback on a rookie deal or a Hall of Famer.
Right.
There is no in between. You either have a Hall of Famer or a quarterback on a rookie deal. That's the only way you can succeed in the National Football League. Period. Show me a team that doesn't.
Joe Flacco.
He was on a rookie deal, wasn't he?
No.
When they won the Super Bowl?
His second deal. When he won Super Bowl, I think it was his second deal. He got paid.
So that's one guy.
Okay.
I asked for one guy.
No, I mean, like you look at Jared Goff. I'm reading his numbers right now. In 2020, he was 3,900, 20 tuds. 19, he was 4,600. That was a Super Bowl year, I think. No, 2018 was Super Bowl year. 46-88, 32 touchdowns. 46-38, 22 touchdowns. So he's no stranger to getting the ball out there, to throwing the ball down the field, and making some plays. He wasn't just putting the ball in his playmakers' hands and letting them run to the house. He was throwing the ball out there. So this is a guy that is familiar with having stats and throwing touchdowns. So, once they get some type of, you can see it. You see it right here. We saw it in that infamous Chiefs Rams game in Mexico. Once they get into some type of rhythm, whoever's going to start for them, whoever is going to play, whether it's just getting the ball to Hawkinson at some point, he is a thrower of the football. So I think once they get into a rhythm, I think he can have some success. He knows what he's working with.
It would help if Swift was healthy,
Yeah.
but he's not going to be. He's just going to be that kind of back. We already see that.
Well, there's no doubt injuries are going to play
What's
a
up
part.
with Georgia, man? Sony Michel, Swift.
Yeah.
Chubb's the only one holding the load down.
Yeah, come on, Nick Chubb. Wish we had
Gurley.
him here in Detroit.
Oh, Gurley, good job. They were all on the same team.
We'll get back into some lines, guys. I want to get to Derek Jeter if I could, going into the